back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of my skincare favorites and not so favorites. I love skincare. I love trying new skincare products. I understand that skincare is something you need to devote time to and give it a few weeks to a few months to really see if it's gonna work. And I would just like to say I have given all of the products that I do not like a thorough chance, but some things you just know you don't like. With that in mind, skincare works totally different for everyone. I have dry combo sensitive skin, so some of these products might not work well for me, but maybe for someone with oily skin, they work great. If you love skincare and if you love favorites, you should probably keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing in my little basket here that I would like to talk about is a favorite, because we love to start on a positive note on this channel. And my first thing is this Grace and Stella Spray All Day. This is a rose facial spray. I actually got it in my FabFitFun summer box. And I was so excited to see it because I have heard about this spray before, and it doesn't have any added fragrance and it doesn't have any alcohols in it, which is actually kind of difficult to find in a facial spray, I have found. I used to use the Mario Badescu Rose Water facial spray, and that was great, but I definitely think it was breaking me out when I was using it super often because it does have added fragrance in it and it does have added colors in it. But this one also smells good, but it just smells like roses, and it has no added fragrance in it, and it has no alcohols in it, and it has no added dyes in it, and it makes my skin feel amazing. I use it as a setting spray. I use it as a toning spray. I use it when I have no makeup on. I use it when I have a ton of makeup on. I'm going to use it right now. It feels so nice. It has such a fine mist on it, and it makes my skin glow instantly. Like, look at me. Do you remember what I looked like before? I don't know if you remember what I looked like before, but look at this just like dewy, natural glow I have going on. I feel like this is a facial spray that actually does something. I think a lot of facial sprays have good ingredients in them and sound really nice and feel really luxurious and glamorous to put on, but this one actually makes my skin look instantly more hydrated afterwards, and it makes everything look less makeup-y too. You know, maybe you applied too much powder, you're feeling like you're looking a little cakey, but you don't want to wash it all off and start over. Spray some of that on. It'll save your makeup, it'll make it all melt together. Has glycerin in here. That's what glycerin tends to do. It melts all your powders together and makes it look more like skin. I love this spray. I definitely will be repurchasing when I run out of it. Alright, now moving on to something that did not work out so well for me. This is the Peach Punch Sweet Foam Cleanser from Tony Moly. And look at how cute the packaging is. There's a little peach on the front, so nice. But then I looked at the back and I saw that there was fragrance. And then I smelled that there was so much fragrance. You know how sometimes things have a fragrance, but it's like, oh, it's just a hint. It's just a touch of fragrance. It's just a light fragrance. Like, no, this smells like a bag of peach rings. It smells delicious. This burned my eyes, and I mean like it burned my eyes. Like I had to wash my face with another cleanser afterwards to try to cleanse this cleanser out of my eyes. And I'm not like stupid, you know, I'm not like rubbing it in my eyes, like being reckless about it. Like I avoid my eye area typically when cleansing because I usually go in with a micellar water to remove my eye makeup first, so I don't really need to be all up in that area. But this found its way into my eyes and it burned so bad, and even after I rinsed it off, like aside from my eyes burning, my face felt super tight and super stripped, super dried out. It's not for me. You know, maybe if you have oily skin and you don't have a sensitivity to fragrance, it might work for you, but for me, this just, it's not worth the risk. Alright, so moving back over to a favorite, this facial oil from Face Hero, which I also got in an Ipsy bag. I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, is wonderful. This is full of beautiful, amazing oils. It has almond oil in it, jojoba oil, macadamia oil, evening primrose oil, berudi oil, rosehip oil. There's so many oils in this, and there's no added fragrance. There's no dyes, no bad stuff in this. It's just oils, and it's awesome. This reduces redness. It makes your skin feel super smooth. Every night I put this on, I wake up, my skin looks better in the morning. It doesn't matter if I have breakouts or what. Like, it doesn't matter what time of the month it is. If I put this on when I go to sleep, I will wake up and my skin will be in a better condition than it was the night before. And it doesn't clog my pores. It doesn't make me break out. It makes me actually use this more when I have breakouts because I feel like it reduces inflammation and it makes the redness a lot less apparent. And I've heard that is because of rosehip oil. Rosehip oil is very anti-inflammatory, so it's good for breakouts. I sometimes will mix this in with foundation too. If you have a foundation that's a little too drying, a little too mattifying, you want it to look more like skin, you just take a teeny drop of this and it'll make your foundation go on more like a serum, more like a moisturizer. And so it's multi-purpose and it makes my skin look so good. Alright, so something else I tried out that I was disappointed by also came in my Ipsy bag. I was so excited to see that I got the CEO Sunday Riley cream because Sunday Riley is one of those skincare brands that's real expensive, and I did not think I would ever be in a comfortable financial place to afford this, but I only paid $20 for this and 4 other big products, so that was really exciting. So I got this, super psyched about it, opened it up, smelled it, fragranced, but I thought, you know what? I looked it up and it said that they use majority like naturally derived fragrances and the fragrances are really light, so I was like, okay, we'll try it anyways. This is fine. And for a while, things were fine. You know, I was using it every night there for a bit. I think I used it about 5 nights in a row. And then I started noticing my pores were looking clogged. I was getting a lot of little tiny bumps, not necessarily like full-on breakouts, but you know how sometimes you get those bumps under your skin where it just looks like your pores are raised and you can tell there's congestion in there and you can't necessarily pop it to get it out because it's not a fully formed whitehead, but it's just living under the skin and you feel like there's nothing you can do and you're just miserable and you don't know how to fix it? I believe it was this. I believe it was this because I was not using anything else that was different on my skin, and then I started using this and it didn't happen right away, but it did happen. So since that happened, when I was using it 5 days in a row, I stopped using it for a little while and then I slowly brought it back in. I used this after the beach when I had a little bit of a sunburn. I actually put it on my sunburn and this helped a lot. I definitely would recommend this if you burn. I didn't burn on my face because I did a good job with sunscreen on my face, but I still put this on my face after the beach to give me like a big old drink of hydration and to try to reverse any possible sun damage, and I think it worked great for that. I think this is a great every once in a while type of product if you have more sensitive skin like I do. I just wish companies wouldn't put fragrance in stuff. It's so unnecessary. Doesn't help the skin where the product worked any better. Doesn't make it feel more luxurious, of course. I mean, this smells like an orange creamsicle. It literally smells so good. I want a candle that smells like this because it smells so good. But I wanted it to live up to the hype. I wanted this to make my skin look 1,000 times better, and it just made me break out. So I'm sorry, Sunday Riley. So another favorite of mine is the Weleda Skin Food, as recommended by the beautiful, the iconic Katie Jane Hughes. I was using this all the time in the winter time because that's initially when I found out about it from her, and I know she said in the wintertime when your skin gets really dry, this is great for that. She uses it as a highlight for makeup. Go look up Katie Jane Hughes and Weleda Skin Food because she will show you how to use it in a million ways. But the past week or so, I ran out of my First Aid Beauty moisturizer and I'm waiting for my new one to come in, and it is taking a very long time. So I was going rogue, and I was trying to just skip moisturizer altogether and just overcompensate with my oils, and it was not doing me any good. And then I remembered that I had my Weleda Skin Food. So what I've been doing the last few nights, because I know it's summertime, I know I'm a little more oily, and this is super thick, but what I love about the consistency of this is you can take a big thick glob like this, you rub it between your fingers and really warm up the product like this, and it like totally transforms. Like now it's like this nice like serum-y consistency, whereas before it was very creamy. Now it's like almost It's like between a serum and an oil. It's like a great moisturizer texture. So then I'm gonna use some of the highlight right now because I'm wearing cream products today and I can. Like, I put this all over my face when I was having a ton of breakouts and I felt like my skin was really in a state of despair and I didn't really know what else to do, but I was like, oh well, this can't hurt it anymore, right? I woke up the next day and it was like all of my breakouts had like dried up inside, like all of the redness and oiliness had just gone away and kind of like flaked off and left fresh skin underneath. And the only thing I did differently was add this. I kept the rest of my skincare routine the same and I added this baby in, and I feel like he just came in and he fixed everything, you know? He came in here and he saved my life. So I am forever grateful to Weleda Skin Food. Good in the wintertime, good in the summertime, good year round. It's all about the amount that you use. You can thin out any product to make it work for you any time of year. You just gotta rub it between your fingers. Just warm it up. Warm it up, baby. All right, that's it. That's the end of the video. That's all of my favorites and my not so favorites for skincare as of late. I still have a lot of skincare stuff I'm trying that I don't want to speak too soon on. I got some stuff that I feel like is working really well for me, but I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to speak too soon, so we will talk about those at a later date. So, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I make lots of skincare and makeup videos. Subscribe, it's free. Not a lot of things you subscribe to are free anymore. YouTube still is. Why not? You can always unsubscribe if you decide that you don't like me later, but if you like me now, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Have a great day.